Today we reviewed what multiplication is. So we had multiplication is repeated what? So if we have 2 times 3, that's the same as 2 groups of 3. So we have 3 plus 3, and we're adding. Or we could say this is 3 times 2, which means we have 3 groups of 2. So 1, 2, 3 2's, and we're adding. So in this one, we're repeating the same number over and over again, and we're adding. So multiplication is repeated addition. So if I say, what is 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, you could tell me that that is 1, 2, 3, 4 5s, 4 groups of 5. So if I add 4 5s, that's the same thing as 4 times 5. Division is repeated blank. Division is repeated subtraction. And to give you an example, let's say I don't remember what 56 divided by 8 is. So I would take 56, and I'm going to repeatedly subtract 8. So let's see, that's 48, minus 8, 40, minus 8, 32, 32 minus 8, 24, minus 8, 16, minus 8, 8 minus 8 is 0. So how many 8s did I really subtract? I subtracted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So since I repeated, I subtracted the same number every time, and I did it 7 times, so the answer is 7 here. So that's why division is repeated subtraction. Exponentials are repeated blank. Well, if I have 2 to the third, that's the same as 2 times 2 times 2. Or if I have 5 to the fourth, again, that's 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. So it is repeated multiplication. I'm multiplying these numbers together. Here's the examples that we did in class in pairs. And so this first one, I have 2 operations. I have adding and I have multiplication here. Remember, level 1 is parentheses. Let's draw a little parentheses. Level 2 is exponents. Number 3 is multiply or divide, left to right. And level 4 is add or subtract, left to right. So in this one, because I'm going to look inside the parentheses here. If I look in there, there's just a -4. There's nothing I can do with that. And if I look in this group of parentheses, there's just a 5. So there's no operation. When I say operation, I mean add, subtract, multiply, or divide. So there's no operation. So level 1 is complete. Level 2, no exponents, done. Level 3, well, there is multiplication right here. So I have to do that first. So I've got -4 times 5, I get -20. Do I have to bring down the plus sign? No, because plussing a negative is the same. If I write this or if I write this, these are the same thing. So I'm just going to do 15 minus 20, and I get -5. Here, again, I'm going to go through my levels. Do I have parentheses? No. Level 1 is done. Exponents? No. Level 2 is done. 3, multiply or divide. Well, I got division, so I'm going to do that. 24 divide 12. There's 2 12s in 24. Bring down 19, minus, and I get 17. Okay, again, level 1, parentheses, done. Level 2, exponents, done. Level 3. Level 3 is multiply or divide, whichever comes first as you read it. So I've got some multiply here. That's what I'm going to do. Bring down everything else. And so now I divide, because subtraction is level 4. So I'm going to wait to do that. So we're going to divide here. We got 2 7s and 14. Bring down 15 minus. And 15 minus 2 is 13. Again, parentheses, there's only one number. There's nothing to do in there, so I'm going to leave it alone. Addition and subtraction is level 4, but I do have division. So level 3, multiply or divide, I've got division, so I better start there. Negative 9 divide 3 is negative 3. Bring down everything. And in this case, I'm not going to put the plus because I don't have to. I'm just going to put the 6. 6 minus 3 now. Here we just go in order. They're both subtract. Do what's first. We got 3. Bring down minus 13. And 3 minus 13 is negative 10. So again, parentheses, there's nothing to do, no operation. There's just a number, negative 9. So that's done. Really, if we wanted to, we could write this again without the parentheses. The parentheses are just telling you, okay, this is a number and I want to group the negative with it. That's really all it's saying. So then, exponents we don't have. We do have multiply or divide. In this case, we have multiply, so let's do that. We got a 6 here. Bring down my plus. Bring down the 7 minus the 9 and the negative. Next step, looks like we're done with level 3. So we're going to move on to 4, add or subtract. And we got subtraction before we have addition, so we're going to do that. 9 negatives, and then we're going to go down 7 more. So we got lots of negatives. Bring down plus 6, and that's going to give us 10 negatives. All right, here, again, no parentheses, no exponents. Level 3, though, is multiply or divide. And in this case, we do have division. I'm going to do what comes first. So there's 3 4s in 12. Bring down 6. And the minus, bring down the divide and the 2. We're not done with level 3 because we have more division. So we're going to do that division before we subtract because we're not done with level 3. There's 3 2s and 6. Bring down the minus because I didn't use it. When I divided, I just thought about this as 6 divide 2 as positive numbers. So I brought down that negative. And then we're going to subtract. So 3 minus 3 is 0. Parentheses, there's no operation in here, just a number. No exponents. But I do have level 3, which is multiply or divide. And we do what comes first, so division. 16 divided by 4 is 4. Bring down everything. So I didn't use the times. I didn't use the negative 2. The plus, and the 5. Bring it all down. Okay, not done with level 3. I still have multiply, so I'm going to do that part. 4 times negative 2. Do I need the parentheses? No, not really. Remember, that's just holding the negative on the number. So that's negative 8. Bring down the plus. Actually, we don't need it, but oh well, I already wrote it. 5 positives, 8 negatives, add them up, I get negative 3. And there's my number. Again, the parentheses, they don't have any operations in there. So I'm going to skip that one. Exponents done. Level 3, again, multiply or divide. We do what comes first. And in this case, we got 12 times negative 4. I'm actually going to take this negative here, and I'm going to say it's negative 12. Times negative 4, and we'll just see what happens. So a negative times a negative makes positive, and it's 48, and I'm going to put that positive now in front. If you want to do it with a positive, just make sure, I'll do it that way too. Never mind. Bring down negative, or divide 8, just divide 8. 2 choices, we either add or divide. Division comes first. And so how many 8s are in 48? Well, there's 6. Bring down plus. We haven't used it. Bring down 9. And this turns out to be 15. All right, I'm going to do it the other way. Same problem, just done the other way. So I'm going to do positive 12 times negative 4. So that's negative 48. Divide 8. Have I used this negative? No, so I have to bring it down. Bring down the 9. And then this minusing a negative can be turned to a big plus sign. So then we have what we had before. 48 divided 8 is 6. Plus 9 is again 15. Here, there's nothing in the parentheses to do. Exponents, no. Multiply, divide. I do what comes first, which is division. So 35 divided negative 7 is negative 5. Bring down minus, bring down 3 times negative 5. Again, this is up to you. You can either take the negative or not. I'm going to take it with the 3. So I'm going to do negative 3 times negative 5, which is a positive 15. Bring down minus 5. And I'm going to end up with a positive 10. Last one, we got nothing in the parentheses, no exponents. So multiply, divide, do what comes first. There's 9 2s in 18. Bring down minus, bring down negative 3, and the 4. So I either have subtraction or multiplication. And actually in this case, I got subtracting a negative, and I'm going to change it to a plus. But I still will multiply before I add, so 3 times 4 is 12, plus 9, and I got 21.